home speech hybrid going on, so don't expect too much from me. I'd like to share a few words on why we're speaking out, who we hope to reach, and why what we're doing is so important to the future of this nation. Most people think that in nature, when faced with fear, there are two natural responses, fight or flight, right? Well, actually there are three, fight, flight, or freeze. We are here today because when faced with death, with fear, with indifference, we refuse to freeze. We refuse to run or hide or let someone older or more experienced speak for us. And yet, a friend once told me that walking out of school and holding up signs isn't going to do anything. And yeah, she's right if you expect protests to sign legislation, which they don't. But if we don't use our voices, our vote, we're wasting our opportunity as young people to affect change in a system that refuses to acknowledge that it is slowly, no, quickly killing a population that will not stand for it. We are tired of this. We will be heard. So from a student, from a scared student, I'd like to send a message to those involved. First, to my peers, our students. Do not let fear become your way of life. The most you should ever be scared in school is when you forget to study for a test. Trust me, I feel you. You deserve better than to watch your classmates die across America and feel like lambs lined up for slaughter. Speak out to those who are willing to listen, and to those who don't, convince them. Write and email your legislators. Never let another incident of gun violence go unpublicized, not until measures have been put into place. No one should ever have to stare down the barrel of a gun. No one. To our legislators, if you refuse to be a part of the solution, you will be considered a part of the problem. How many of you will register to vote today? How many of you will be able to vote in the next year, 2 years? Look at this. Be afraid, like we are, and use this opportunity to act. Ask yourself the adult questions. Are you willing to let the children of America die for NRA funding? Are you willing to let the children of America die for NRA funding? To our legislators, there is no excuse for the amount of carnage you have allowed while stagnating on gun control. There is no excuse for sending thoughts and prayers if you aren't willing to address the real issue at hand. Gun control is not about taking away rights, it's about the right to life. It's about everyone who is put at risk by the ease of access to weapons in this country, not just us students, but the small children playing with what looks like a toy, the teachers being made to protect their own students, the victims of suicide, the victims of police brutality, the victims of domestic violence, the victims, to the victims of gun violence, alive or otherwise. I'm so sorry we've been so silent for so long. I'm sorry we couldn't convince enough people, the right people, that you were worth saving, but that ends today. Today and from now on, there will be no freezing, no fleeing. We will fight for what we know is right. We will fight for the right to life without fear, and we won't stop until everyone in this country is guaranteed the right to life itself. We will fight.